Experiment 606 was a 606 genetic experiment created by Jumbo with Hamster's funding. It was designed to transform into a matter-sucking black hole capable of sucking an entire planet. 606 and the other first 624 experiments were deactivated and smuggled to Earth by Jumbo during his mission to capture Experiment 626. All of the experiment pods were released and scattered across the island of Kauai. Lilo and Stitch the series. 606 pod eventually made its way to a jewelry maker who attached the pod to a bracelet as a charm. An elderly vendor fashioned and sold the bracelet to Mrs. Edmonds, which she bought as a birthday present for her daughter, neither of them aware what one of the charms attached to the bracelet actually was. During Myrtle's birthday party, Lilo and Stitch pulled a harmless prank on Myrtle and the Hula Girls. Lilo then noticed 606 pod on Myrtle's bracelet and tried to take it from her, only to get in trouble with Mrs. Edmonds and Nani. Later on, Stitch went undercover as a bunny at a pet shop, where he inspected the pod number on Myrtle's bracelet and radioed Lilo via walkie-talkie. After Lilo looked up 606 and learned about the latter's powers, she fell into despair, but got arrested for being an officer in Kahiko's car. Though Stitch bailed her out. Despite Lilo and Stitch's best efforts to steal Myrtle's bracelet, when she saw that Lilo was desperate to stop 606 pod from getting wet, she took the bracelet back to her house. There, out of curiosity, Myrtle dropped the bracelet into a glass of water, getting the pod wet and activating 606. The experiment then transformed into a black hole, which began to suck up everything in Myrtle's bedroom. After a while, the hole expanded beyond Myrtle's room and started sucking up the entire town. Myrtle telephoned Lilo to complain about the massive destruction 606 was causing. Fortunately, Lilo and Stitch, with some of Jumbo's assistance, were able to enter the black hole in Nani's doom buggy and throw an antimatter sphere into the center of the hole, causing it to begin to collapse. Lilo and Stitch managed to narrowly escape the black hole, which released everything that was sucked in except Myrtle's dolls. She then demanded her dolls back from 606, who complied by releasing the countless dolls through his mouth on top of Myrtle. Shortly after, 606, named Holio, found his one true place sucking up construction debris while repairs were made to the rental hut that had been nearly destroyed by said black hole. Checkers. Holio was one of the experiments in Checkers that joined Stitch in a rebellion against Gantu. Ace. Holio was seen on a computer screen in Ace, posing as an evil creation of Jumba's as part of a host of 4 Mortalags, head of Ego Industries. Snafu. Holio was briefly seen in Snafu, creating a black hole to suck litter off the streets. Leroy and Stitch the movie. The first 624 experiments, including Holio, were rounded up by Leroy and taken to a stadium to be destroyed. However, Lilo, Stitch, Jumba, Pleakley, Reuben, and Gantu arrived before the experiments could be destroyed. Holio did not participate in the following battle between the experiments and the Leroy clones, instead choosing to retreat with the weaker experiments. However, in one scene, Holio can be seen around some of the Leroys as they started to shut down. The Leroy soon gained the upper hand in the battle, but were defeated when Lilo, Stitch, Reuben, and several other experiments performed the song Aloha Oi, which caused the Leroy army to shut down due to a failsafe mechanism. Special abilities. Holio can flip into a matter-sucking black hole which can destroy an entire galaxy at will. Another way he can devour things is through his mouth, which can have a weaker yet similar effect as his black hole form. Weaknesses. If an antimatter sphere is thrown into the center of Holio's black hole, the hole will collapse.
I've never heard of that.
Trivia. Holio is not referred to by his new name at any point in his debut, but his name officially appears on the experiment list in Leroy and Stitch. In his debut episode, Holio has no tail, but in Checkers, when he and the other experimenters jump ashore, he is seen with a stumpy tail. Holio's pod color is blue. In Leroy and Stitch, Holio did not choose to participate in the battle between the Leroy army and the experiments, which is ironic considering the fact that he is one of the most powerful experiments. Holio's head appears in the online game Jumba's Lab.
Wow, Holio.
As far as we know, there's never been any official Holio merchandise released by Disney or any of its affiliates. However, thanks to some wonderfully creative people at Etsy, we were able to have one custom made. If you enjoyed this video, please smash a like and subscribe to the channel for more Lilo and Stitch videos. And leave a comment down in the comment section with who's your favorite experiment and which one you would like to see us do next. Until next time, aloha!